Greetings and welcome back to Cooking with Pasta. Today, since I don't have very much time, I can't make a request. I'm very sorry for that. I've gotten very cool requests and I hope I can start cooking one of those next week. But for today I decided to do something very quick and very easy, which is baked or grilled vegetables. For that we will need some nice little mushrooms. We will need a somewhat bigger onion and some bell pepper. I took the orange one because I quite like the taste. You can use other stuff as well. Yellow and red bell peppers are quite good for that. You can use other types of onions, you can use potatoes for that, but basically it all comes down to the same. We will be marinating those, and for that we will need some olive oil, extra virgin or extra virgin you say, I think. This is an olive oil that can endure until 220 degrees Celsius, until it evaporates or something, I don't know. And in terms of the marinade, we need some ground garlic. In terms of herbs, we need oregano, thyme, and rosemary. After we've baked the vegetables, you can use salt and pepper to season them, but don't use it before because the salt will attract water and it won't be, well, not crunchy, but it will be very watery. So those two come after. Okay, without further ado, let's start. Alright, let's get started. First of all, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. If you are one of those backwards people who still uses the imperial system, you of course have to use the Fahrenheit equivalent of that. But for me it is 180 degrees Celsius, so yeah, that it is. We start chopping vegetables in the meantime until the oven is finished. Don't need that. So let's cut the bell pepper, get rid of the intestines because especially the kernels cause some stomach pain and you don't want to have that now, would you? Interestingly, it doesn't do that when you use pepperoni or the likes, but with bell peppers I heard that that is the case. Go away, kernels. I don't... Hey, I said go away. Come out, you. There we go. Right. Now we want to make nice little chunks, so like this, and start chopping those. You don't need to make them very small, just cut them to your liking. Same goes here, and chop them up good. There we go. Put all of the things into one big, well, how do you call it? Let's call it a bucket for now. No, one big box, so we can do the marinade a little bit easier. For the onion, of course, as per usual, get rid of the skin, skin it alive, whatever you want to call it. This one doesn't like to be chopped, I suppose. We don't need to actually chop it though. I will do quarters. And how do I want those? As he's still thinking, okay. Half of those? Yeah, sure, why not? I want bigger chunks of onions, so that's why I do this like this. There we go. Yoink in there. Nice big chunks of onions, because I like the taste of it. If you don't like onions, of course, use something different. There's a lot you can do in the oven in terms of vegetables. Zucchini, for example, is quite good for that. And what else can you do? I'm thinking about that now. Vegetables would be good for in the oven. Tomatoes, of course, quite as well. Well, potatoes I don't really count as vegetables, although you could say those are vegetables. Oh well. Anyways, let me quickly wash the mushrooms, because they are a little bit dirty. And of course you need to get rid of the stems a little bit, and then I will halve them. Right, I chopped off the mushrooms' feet, you could say. And now the bigger ones I will halve or quarter. The small ones go in there without any further treatment. This one I will do in quarters. And you want to prepare a baking tray like I did, with some parchment paper or baking paper, whatever you might call it, or a foil would work as well, I think. Not entirely sure though, but well, you can try and tell me how it turned out. But yeah, it should work. It shouldn't make any big difference. Anyways, we chopped all of this, so get rid of that. And now marinating. Of course, I have to get the spices, so one moment. Yoink, here we go. Well, so I'm using around 50 milliliters, I think. Yeah, for good measure. You can use less, but the mushrooms will take a lot of the oil. In terms of herbs, around 1 teaspoon of each, to your liking, as per usual. If you don't like a certain herb, leave it away or use less. Yoink, around a teaspoon. And in terms of garlic, a good yoink, I should say. Now, put a lid on this and shaking time. There we go. So now, baking tray with the parchment. Open the box again, and everything goes on here. Everything has some marinade. Get rid of the box. Make sure that you use the entire tray and not just a little bit, because at least the onions should get a little bit of brown, not crunchiness, caramelizing, you could say, so that they are nice and tasteful. Very good. So now I will wait for the oven to be preheated. When it is, I'll bring you back in. Now the oven is preheated, so let's take our baking tray and put it in. Giggity. You want to use one of the upper slider thingies. Not the highest though, but we want to have it a little bit of color. Now I will set the timer to 10 minutes, and then we will take another look how the vegetables are coming along. And as you can see, 10 minutes have passed. Stop the timer. And I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see. Look at that, that looks gorgeous. Yeah, so the veggies are done now. So let's turn off the oven, and let's get out the baking tray. I will arrange it nicely, and yeah, we are ready to serve now. Yum yum. And there we go. Last step now. Season to your liking with salt and pepper. salt, and some freshly ground pepper. Yum yum. Okay, so grilled vegetables, or baked vegetables in this case, by Pasta. So I hope you enjoy it, or enjoyed the video as well. And I certainly hope to see you next time as well. If you want to post a request, please do so in the comments. And as I said today, not much time, so sorry I couldn't make one of the requests. But next week, hopefully I can. Anyways, hope to see you soon. So, yours faithfully, the Pastafarian.